Righty guys, welcome back to another one. This one is another one about mistakes, so tune in and see what you reckon. Righty guys, it's going to be a bit of a late night mission tonight to get these flanges glassed in. But I did get all that poly pipe on, and those tyres work well. The fishing braid. At the very least, I want to get at least the top one done, just because of that demolding. Yeah, I think it's still demolded. I felt a little bit of a slip there. So yeah, at the very least, I want to get the top flange in while it's still cool. No doubt the flange is going to actually pull towards this way as the resin sets tonight. One, because it's not stuck to the fence anymore, and two, when the fiberglass dries, it's going to shrink a bit, and when it shrinks, the only way it's going to pull is inwards. It's not going to push outwards. That would be an expansion. And just going off what the bottom flange has done, so it's actually pulled up off the ground as well, so you can sort of see the flex in that. So that's come up off the ground. That's not critical because the top of the hull only goes to like here. I'll be trimming off here. I won't actually be glassing up over that flange. That was only put there just to keep the side rigid and in shape. And that flange is also there for if I ever build another one of these out of this mold. The flanges help with infusion. I'd love to do an infusion one. Laying up all the glass and the gel coat and then just pulling resin through it would be so good. But yeah, I don't have that gear now, so we'll be hand laying everything. But yeah, flanges are good for that sort of thing. You can seal off the top layer of plastic across a good flat flange. So I still have to lay the black plastic down. Like I said before, I'm going to pre-wet out all my strips on the black plastic and then lift them across in one wet out piece and push them into place, because wetting out, gravity is going to help take it down to the bottom. It's going to be all pre-wet out before I put it on there, so there's not going to be any working resin into corners or anything like that. It's going to be all wet out anyway. I'm going to have to roll it still because there's going to be air between the two pieces that I'm going to laminate together on the bench, but yeah, I believe it's going to be a lot better. I've got these out. These are double 600s. I'm going to start wetting these out with resin. See how we go. I haven't really thought about picking up 2 metre long pieces. Hopefully it works, but I think it will. This stuff's pretty thick and pretty dense, so I think it's going to hold together all right. Yeah, so we'll just pick them up and lift them up and slap them into the corner as best we can on the first drop, and yeah, after that we'll work it in with a fin roller into the corner. while I was wrestling that, and I was wrestling it. There was nothing pretty about that. My hands were already all resined up and just had glass whispers. Like, look at the roller handle. Just crap everywhere. It would have been good to turn the GoPro around to see, so you could see what it looked like when it first went on. It was just a mess. I just had my forearms all in the glass. I knew the resin was catalyzed though. I knew when it was going off because it was burning the hell out of me, my forearms there. And yeah, I'm out of acetone. I had to use some of the stuff that I strained out from rinsing all the gel coat stuff. I kept some of that old acetone, which dyed my hands pink. They're still a little bit pink now. Lucky Leisha had some nail polish remover inside. That's what cleaned me up. Otherwise I would have been going to work tomorrow with my hands red up to my elbow. Even how that sits now, I'd be happy to pull that fence off the back. Yeah, I might do it tomorrow actually, now that I think of it, because just looking at that, I might just bring the grinder with a cut-off wheel on this side and just run it all the way across there. Then I'll just have to spot sand the front face, because there's going to be lots of lumps that aren't actually sticking to the flange. I'll see if I can find a bit of a demo. So lumps like that. See how that's well off the flange? I know it's still a bit wet, but I can't wet it down. I tried. So I'm just calling it quits, and I'll fix it tomorrow. That flange just wrecked me. Actually, I might leave that how it is. I won't put another layer on it until I demold it and lay it down. If I lay it down sideways, like if I lay it down this way, I'll be working with the gravity working with me, and I think I'll just get a better finish out of it that way. Be a lot easier than leaning up with the ladder across there, that's for sure. Probably getting on 8:15, 8:30 sort of thing, but yeah, I want to trim this flange, and we might knock that fence off once I cut that, which is pretty cool. That's the first start of demolding, I guess. Not the biggest demolding, but still, it'll be the first one of this project. I'll give the shop a bit of a clean up first. It's still a mess from last night's tragedy of a glassing session that just ended up being horrible. Still just looks really bad. It's gonna look a lot neater once I trim the top off, but yeah, still not the best work, that's for sure. And yeah, I'll be taking this black plastic off the table and it'll never go back on. I won't use that technique again. It's a bit of a shame to waste this glass and the resin in it, but I only had just enough time to fix that. I'm pretty much just gonna get the grinder and go along just on the top of the fence. Then I'll jump inside the mold, unscrew it, and I'll pretty much come up here and this should hopefully just pull off. Alrighty guys, so this is what the top looks like now. And there's my shocking glass work. Crazy. But we will fix that. So I've actually unscrewed this already. That's why you can see a bit of white melamine there. As I backed the screw out, it popped the fence. So yeah, this is gonna be it. So that's the ping pong ball down in there. This is little bits of melamine coming off the fence, so nothing to worry about, that big white surface there. And I think this is just dust that's got down between once I, yep, so that's all just dust. But yeah, the rest of that is a gel coated surface. So we'll just see if we can get this ping pong ball out. Just being extra careful because I know I shouldn't be using metal on my mould. This won't have glass on it though, these are just the flanges. And that stuff that I'm pulling off now, that stuff that I'm pulling off now is just the plasticine. And a little bit of hot glue, like the feels of that. That's a little bit of where those vinyl patches were that I put over the screws, so that's them there. So they warped up a little bit. It's not too bad though. Again, this is just only on the flange, so I won't even sand that out, there's no point. Yeah, it's not going to be part of the hull or anything. So we're past halfway there now, so we'll just move the ladder down a little bit further and pull it out. It is, you might see, apart from my shonky glass work last night, those bumps and stuff, it is a little bit wavy as well. That's because this fence was never 100% straight, and it actually didn't have to be, because instead of having this fence now, this half of the mold is actually going to come up and lay up this surface here. So whatever I do here is going to be an exact mirror. So yeah, not worried about it. But yeah, that's cool. Would have been cool if it came off neat, like without this this melamine surface on it, but it'll just looks like it's just going to peel off. That's cool. It's nice and smooth too. That's so good. And those locating holes work perfectly. A little bit rough around the edges, but that's the plasticine. I'll get that off. Kingfisher Bay on Fraser Island. Spent the day, did a bit of fishing, caught nothing. Did a bit of spear fishing, shot a brim. But yeah, working. Still gotta go home and start working on the mould though. Alrighty guys, we'll wrap this one up just while I'm parking this boat. So that was a little bit of me at work, if you can call it that. That's on the good days anyway. There is a lot of crappy days down in the engine rooms fixing things, but yeah, this is one of the good days. So yeah, as you can see in the video, that mistake, laying up chopped strand matting on the table, I do not recommend doing that at all. That didn't work out anywhere near what I was expecting. So yep, I won't be doing that again. If you like the video, make sure you do give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. Free way of helping me out. Another thanks to Trojan Fiberglass for supporting this channel, and thanks to you guys for tuning in every week and giving it a look. Like I said in previous videos, I'm still not into the technical side of things, so it is still a bit monotonous, but we'll slowly get into the more technical side of things. It will get a lot better once I start actually building the boat instead of the mould. But yeah, I got to document this anyway because it's all part of the build. I'll leave it at that, and I'll catch us on the next one. See you later, guys.